Hello everyone, Laura from Laura's Arts and Craft Ideas. Today we'll be talking about art wood panels and some alternative to them. And art wood panels is a surface to paint, and the old master used it. And this one here I'm showing, I prime it and protect it with a multi-purpose acrylic polymer. It's just to protect the surface and make it more archival and protect your painting. You put a few coats, let it dry, and then you cover it with gesso or oil ground or any other ground that you would like to use. There are many possibilities right now in the market. Okay, so for Amsterdam produced this hardwood one, and these are a bit expensive. So for final artwork, it'd be fine. And if you just want to practice, I will go for something cheaper, and I will show you other alternatives. Painting on panel is really rewarding. It's kind of nice. And these ones are high quality. Amsterdam sells some that are already prepared, so you can have some panels that are already prepared, but that'll be a little bit more expensive. So let me show you what I've done. I have got some cheap pieces. Like, this is a study I was making. I'm trying a new oil medium last year. Never finished it or whatever, but it is not even wood, it's this compressed cork or something like that. I found it really cheap. It's a sturdy surface, and I just did the same thing. I first prepare it with a multi-purpose polymer, acrylic polymer, or you can use matte medium or something like that, and then I cover it with gesso that I tinted. That gesso yellow, just for the sake of having some color and getting past the white canvas, of white surface. These panels are very cheap that I'm showing you here, and I got them at different areas, and they're lightweight, they're good to paint in studies, and if you work in acrylic, you can use both sides of the panel and save space, which I think is a good idea. And it's great, and the surface is sturdy, and it's easy to take with you if you want to go painting outside. Well, I'm doing a voiceover, so I'm sorry I'm gonna be repeating some stuff. Okay, so this one, if you see, I cover both sides, one better than the other. That's just tinted gesso. I just put a bit of black paint on my white gesso and cover it just to have some color, and I can cover the whole color. I can keep it in the background, like, just to help me visualize. But I have both sides, and I can paint on acrylic on one side, paint on the other, as I mentioned before, since acrylic dries quickly. And I have two studies in one panel, so I save space. The surface is a little bit rough, and I didn't sand this one out, so I might mess up my brushes, so I need to be careful. You need to be careful of that, because it can mess up your brushes, so I need to remind that. This is an Armand's piece of panel, so I got that one at Michael's in the area, and the difference between that one and the Amsterdam one is quality, and in the size is not much, and it's very lightweight too. So I just sand the surface to make sure it's very smooth, and it doesn't have any bumps, so my painting looks better, right? As I mentioned, the brushes. This one was one of the first I did, and like I mentioned, I didn't sand it. This is a plaque that I got also that area, maybe $2 or something. I like the shape, but I messed up the sanding part. I can still sand it out and apply more gesso. Here, this is an example of what I did for the Amsterdam one. Again, another example of a different shape, which is another interesting thing. You can find oval canvases, but circular ones I haven't stumbled into any. So getting into the wood, and if you can go to, well, this one is not really wood, but works the same thing. I prepare it. You can have this cradle one. So you have many alternatives in different interesting ways, surfaces where you can put your paint. I can use that back side or the other side. Artist Loft has now bundle or something like that, a pack, a value pack. This is a 5-piece one. And if you use your coupons, which I'm always a coupon person, like go and save as much as you can. It's the same value, you just get it cheaper, so it's fine. If you're gonna get it even for less, so it's even more worth the you buying it. I have sanded out this surface a little bit because it was a little bit rough. And this one is I think it's 8 by 10. I'm not sure. I think it's 8 by 10 because I have a 9 by 12. So let's start preparing. I didn't sand it on camera, so I'm sorry. But you just use the regular sandpaper and sand this like softly. You don't put too much pressure, and just clean the surface before you apply your protective layer. As I mentioned, it can be this multipurpose acrylic polymer, it can be matte medium, it can be gel medium if you want, I guess. Just something that creates a barrier, a layer between the wood and the gesso and the paint. Okay, so it helps with the wood not absorbing the gesso completely, not absorbing the paint, and not and the wood not bringing any acids or anything to the painting and messing up your painting. Even though I will use this for studies, I don't want them to get messed up. So after that dries, I am ready to apply my gesso. I applied it in the center. I pour it in the center. You can use clear gesso if you want. You can use tinted gesso. I use a white gesso, so just so you see and how much it can resemble a canvas, a stretch canvas or canvas panel, sort of way. So I applied any direction is fine. So I like to apply one direction first, let it dry, and apply another coat in a different direction, just to create a little bit of texture there, because the canvas, the panel, after you sand it and have it nice, it will not have as much texture as the canvas. So if you want a little bit of that, it will be nice if you go first horizontal, then after that dries completely, you go vertical. I recommend you doing this a bunch at a time, since it's time consuming, and you're gonna have a few done, and then you're gonna have just to paint. And once you have one side done, you can do the other side. So that's perfect. Hopefully you can see it here. I was having trouble with my light. And also, this is what I use. I just have that tool from crafting. As you know, if you have visited this channel before, I also do cards and stuff like that. So I just have, like, you don't need to use the thing holds sandpaper. I use regular sandpaper and cut it to size, put it there, and smoothly sand my surface. I did sand between gesso coats just to have a smoother and better application, more even. But I still create texture with my brush, and the brush strokes I made like horizontal and vertical. And just very soft, like I just see there, I don't put any pressure when I'm sanding my gesso because I just don't want to remove it. I want to remove the lumps that are there. My surface is ready. You clean it and it looks really nice. So I hope you give it a try. Try with other surfaces, not necessarily real wood. Like you see, there's other alternative. And just prepare, like I said, like protected gesso, and then you're ready to paint. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like it, give it a